My name is Sabrina, and I am a 30-year-old mother of four. I am doing this video because I feel like I've hit a breaking point in my life. I struggle and suffer with anxiety, bipolar disorder, and depression every day of my life. Sorry, this is kind of difficult because today has been an emotional day for me. I feel like I've held everything in for so long, and now everything is just pouring out of me, and I can't control it. And this is the first time I've ever decided to do a video and express myself in this way and be vulnerable because I plan on sharing this with others because I know that there are other men and women or mothers out there who feel the same way I do. And I want to be able to talk with other people who are going through what I'm going through. To give you a little bit of background on me, I Hispanic and Black. I was raised in a broken home. My mother and father split when I was around 6 or 7. And then my mother got into a relationship that was probably the worst thing she could have done because he was very verbally and physically abusive. My sister and I witnessed a lot of the abuse, I mainly, and I kind of let that affect me throughout life and change my behaviors. I always swore to myself, though, when I got older, I would never be with anybody who treated me that type of way. But I ended up getting with people who were just the same. And a part of me feels ashamed about that because I swore up and down I wouldn't be that person. I wouldn't be that girl, that woman. And I ended up getting in relationships that were no good for me. And they treated me horribly. And no matter all of the good things I did or tried to be the perfect girlfriend or perfect wife, it's like I never felt like I could ever be any better because I was constantly being treated like crap. Um, I had my first baby when I was 17, had my second baby when I was 19, my third baby when I was 21, and my fourth baby when I was 24. Being a young mom is hard. It is probably the hardest thing that I've ever had to do in my life. And for a while, I had their fathers around, and then they just disappeared and decided that being a parent wasn't their number one. They wanted to go live their lives, not realizing that our lives were supposed to revolve around our children, but yet now only my life revolved around our children. Every decision I made or job I got had to revolve around my babies because I didn't necessarily have the help that I really needed. Don't get me wrong, my family has helped me with a lot, and I'm grateful for all of the things that they have done. I have a sister who's about a year and a month younger than me who has helped me so many times over, and I could never repay her, even if I tried. Maybe unless I hit the lotto, but I mean, my father has helped out, and my mother, she helped out when they were small, but I barely talk to her, see her now, and that's something else that I struggle with because I'm the oldest of four girls. I have no brothers, so I never felt like I had anybody that was there to protect me or be there for me, but I'm the oldest and I had to kind of be the strong one. most of my life for my siblings and to help my mom, and it just it took a toll on me, and I'm trying to do so much better in life and be better. I have so many goals and so many things I want to do for myself and my kids, but I'm struggling so bad emotionally. And I think it's because I've held so many things in so long. And, I've gone to therapy before, but it feels like when you're in therapy, it's like someone is just listening to you talk and talk, and then they ask you all these questions that bring out all the bad stuff and all the sadness and the anger within you, and then you get so overwhelmed with remembering all of the fucked up shit that's happened to you. Excuse my language. But I felt like therapy wasn't a real outlet for me. It wasn't very successful for me. And trust me, I've tried it more than once, more than twice, probably more than a handful at this point. Medications, I've tried, but I'm not going to lie, I never tried antidepressants because, there's always those risks. Like you hear it even on TV. Oh, take such and such medication, but side effects might be suicidal thoughts and, heart races fast. My heart already races fast. I don't need it to race 10 times more. You know, I I need some kind of outlet that's going to help me release everything that's in my mind that's not judgmental and that's open and free where I can just speak my mind and finally process everything that I've gone through. You know, I mean, I've gone through a lot. I know there are people out there who are worse than I am. You know, I live in Orlando. I see homeless people on the street every day. And I give my last dollar to anyone I can. And I buy food for people if I can. You know, I see so much sadness and brokenness in so many people that I know that there's got to be a better way. Like, I just want there to be a better way for so many people. You know, I want to be able to live my life with my kids and be happy and not be the sad mom and not be ashamed of who I am or how I feel. I've had so many people say it's all in your head. You know, it's it's not just all in your head. These are feelings that you have, and they just don't go away overnight. They're not here, take a pill, you'll be fine in the morning. Or, hey, smoke this, you'll relax. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I have dabbled with drugs in the past, you know, but to be honest, I only feel like it made how I feel worse. So I stopped doing everything. I barely drink alcohol at this point. I may have 1 to 2 drinks if I do decide to go somewhere, but that's it. I can barely handle that anymore. I need to be able to set my mind free. And I know there are so many other people out there like me, and I just want a space or something where, we could talk about things that people don't really talk about. You know, I know there's other moms out there who are overwhelmed because they're either working and taking care of kids by themselves or they're stay-at-home moms. And, a lot of people think that stay-at-home moms have it easy. I used to be a stay-at-home mom once too, and it's not easy. It is overwhelming. You feel like you're losing your mind half the time, like you have no friends, like you're just in a house all day cooking and cleaning and cooking and cleaning, and that used to make me go crazy. So I was like, I have to work. I have to be out there. And I worked. I've had a job since I was 15 years old. I used to do customer service for like pretty much 13 years of my life until I woke up one day and was like, I need something different. So I went back to school and I became a medical assistant because I'm truly at heart a caregiver. I love helping other people. And I needed to make more money, to be honest, to take care of my kids. Being a single parent is really overwhelming, especially when you have multiple kids to take care of. I know a lot of people say, well, you shouldn't have had that many kids. I had a good friend of mine tell me that God gives you what you can handle, and every child is a blessing, no matter how many you have. If you can take care of them, if you can't take care of them, all I know is that I do my best and I work my ass off, excuse my language, to try to give my kids a good life. I I don't go to church. I used to go to church all the time too, but I felt like I was in a room full of judgmental people. People that look at the clothes that you're wearing, the cars that you're driving, you know, like I didn't feel like church was, or at least the church I went to, I didn't feel like it was a real outlet for me. Don't get me wrong, I loved it at points because I felt like God was really speaking to me when I'd be in a church, but it just wasn't the place for me. I pray every day and I talk to God in my own ways. I feel more of a spiritual person than really just going to church and tithing and all that because God knows I give back. He knows I have a good heart and I'm a good person and I try to be a good person. Sometimes I've let my anger from all the horrible stuff I've gone through in life get the best of me, but I'm working on that. I'm a constant work in progress. And I know that. I just wish and I hope that one day I can look back at all of this and say, you know what, Sabrina, you made it. You were able to get yourself out of that state of mind that made you feel like you were in a cage. I hope this video has the opportunity to have other people open up and speak out more about the things that they're going through and that they're feeling. And my hopes are that I'll continue doing these videos because you saw my life on a day to day. It's a lot of this, a lot of the crying. But I want it to be positive too. I want to be able to make videos and say, hey, I've had a good day. You know, I made it through the day. I got out of bed today because God knows right now it is a struggle for me to get out of bed every day. I literally wake up in the morning and dread the rest of the day. And I feel exhausted all of the time. All of the time. I feel like I never get enough sleep. And I feel like I'm pulled in so many different ways and so many things I have to do. And I'm just really trying my best to be a good mother right now and give my kids what they need and and show them that their mom is there for them and their mom is strong and she's doing the best that she can. Because God knows that I love my children more than anything in the world. And I would do anything for them. And I'm trying my best. It's not always easy. And I'm not going to lie, I get really upset sometimes because I don't necessarily feel like their fathers care. And I know some people are out there like saying, oh, well, you should just, not think about, what their fathers are doing or whatever. But realistically, single moms kind of get upset when they know the other parents out there living their lives, and we're the ones that have to clean up, throw up all the time, or do homework all the time, or go to parent teacher conferences, or go school supply shopping, school clothes shopping, like all by ourselves. Things get overwhelming. And if you're a mother trying to deny that you're not overwhelmed, I'm sorry to say, but you're in denial. Okay? Like it's time to come to your senses too, because I know there has to be moms out there who feel just like I do. Feel like they're losing their minds sometimes. My biggest thing is that, like I said, I struggle with anxiety and bipolar disorder and depression. And it's like those three things combined feels like a bomb going off inside of my head and my body. I suffer from migraines every day. I literally take ibuprofen every day, and I'm not surprised, like, at this point, why I have so many health problems. I've had a stroke. I, like, literally end up in the hospital probably once or twice a month at this point because my body feels like it's just shutting down on me. I'm anemic, like everything within myself just feels like it's slowly dying. And I feel like I'm hanging from a string, and I just want to be better. I just want to feel better. I don't want to feel this way anymore. So I want to continue doing these videos, and please forgive me if this video is so off topic on and off because this is my first video. But I want to be able to talk to other people who are in the same position I am, who feel the same way I do. And I want to be able to express myself freely without being judged, because there are a lot of people out there who judge you. And I am not a judgmental person whatsoever. I have a very big heart, and I just want to be able to speak my mind freely and to hear other stories and to see how other people are handling what they're going through. I thank you for your time and for listening to me. And I'm going to try to stop crying, but I feel like I just took the first step in releasing some of the stuff that I've been holding inside. Thank you, and God bless, and I hope you have a good night.